Good morning, friends. Today we are with a new video, and that is PTSD in pregnancy loss. Now, what is PTSD? PTSD is post traumatic stress disorder. Before going through PTSD, let us talk about what is trauma. What is trauma? You must have heard in physical context, it means a physical injury inflicted on a person by some external agent. But in a psychological context, the term trauma means an emotional response to a deeply distressing and disturbing event. So it may be a sudden loss of a loved one, an accident, rape, broken relationship, or natural disaster, and so on. So this causes feeling of helplessness, fear, loss of coping abilities, etc. etc. So trauma can have lasting effects on your mental, physical, and emotional health. And prolonged trauma, this has a very negative effect on our emotional and mental health. Experiencing abuse or any other trauma puts people at risk of developing mental health conditions. So one can be exposed to what causes trauma. So one can be exposed to bullying. So what is bullying? Like suppose some people are teasing you, that causes and continues. That is a continuous process. So that causes shame, fear in that person. Then community violence. Community violence, when anybody experiences community violence, then they develop anxiety, insecurity, and so on. Then the next is complex trauma disaster. What is complex trauma disaster? Complex trauma disaster means you can talk about rape, you can talk about broken relationship, you can talk about sexual abuse, physical abuse, etc. So these are the complex trauma disasters. So then, what people think, and suppose one more example is losing a loved one. If somebody loses their loved one, then also they have this traumatic experiences. So, and the next is early childhood trauma. Early childhood trauma is very devastating. And suppose you have a very bad experience about anything that is causing stress and trauma, that was a very traumatic experience in childhood, that continues to your adulthood, and this also causes PTSD. Then intimate partner violence. Suppose you have a very bad relationship with your spouse, so that is a very intimate relationship, and you face violence also. Maybe it is a verbal or physical, whatever. So if this is very traumatic. So the next is medical trauma. Suppose you have any health issues or any disease you have, and you have been suffering from that disease since long. So that also causes fear, helplessness, and that too is a very mental traumatic experience. Then next is physical or sexual abuse. Of course, physical and sexual abuse during childhood, during adolescence, that at home or at your workplace, when you grow up, when you start working. So if you have any bad experience or any sort of abuse in your workplace, that also causes traumatic experience. So these are the things which causes traumatic experiences, and later on it develops into post traumatic stress disorder. So there's an example of childhood trauma leading to post traumatic stress, which stress disorder, which I'm going to tell you now. So in a very old movie, maybe you remember, a little boy's parents were being killed by a man who rode on a white horse. Since the parents were shot by that man, the little child could not forget this traumatic incidents throughout his life. This caused post traumatic stress disorder in his adulthood. He got fearful at the very sight of the white horse. He dreamt a man riding a white horse. So, this white horse and riding, and he kept on dreaming. Even he became, he was a very young and very powerful police officer. But at the back of his mind, he had a post traumatic stress disorder, and he used to feel this every night when he used to sleep. So these are the things which goes on when you are in a traumatic state. So here we are with the problem pregnancy loss. So we would like to put an example of women suffering from pregnancy loss and the post traumatic stress disorder. Pregnancy loss, as you know, that causes trauma, mental trauma to a mother, to the family, and that leads to post traumatic stress disorder. So, new study says that women following a miscarriage or ectopic pregnancy might undergo post traumatic stress disorder. So, in the study, the team surveyed 113 women who had recently experienced a miscarriage or ectopic pregnancy. So, there was a study where the researcher he found out what happened. The findings suggest women should be routinely screened for the condition and receive specific psychological support following pregnancy loss. So, the result revealed that 3 months after the pregnancy loss, nearly 4 in 10 women met criteria for probable PTSD. So, among the women who suffered a miscarriage, 45% reported PTSD at this time, compared to 18% of a women who suffered an ectopic pregnancy. So, ectopic pregnancy doesn't have a major impact on PTSD, but the miscarriage had a major impact than ectopic pregnancy. So their symptoms had impacted on their work life, professional life, family life, and around 40% reported that relationship with friends and family had also been affected. So this causes trauma, and due to this traumatic experience, their whole life, their the work life, their professional life, their personal life with people in family, that is also affected. So, 1 in 20 women reported symptoms of depression 3 months after their loss. So, this goes on continuing. Like, suppose the lady had a pregnancy loss in the month of January, so she might develop PTSD in the month of May or say April. So, since she is continuously thinking about that traumatic experience of hers, so she develops slowly and gradually this stress disorder develops. Not all women who suffer a miscarriage or an ectopic pregnancy will go on to develop PTSD or anxiety and depression. This is also very true that not all women will develop PTSD. Then what should be the reason? There should be some reason. In a civilized society, it is acceptable for women to suffer in this way. Following this study, there must now be added impetus to change miscarriage treatment and care. Many women need more support following a miscarriage, and what we have to rethink about women are treated throughout the experience so that they do not suffer from PTSD and other psychological impacts. Because losing a baby at any stage is devastating for parents. Now, what is PTSD? PTSD is post traumatic stress disorder is caused by stressful, frightening or distressing events that causes people to relive the event though nightmares, flashback or intrusive thoughts or images that appear at unwanted moments. The symptoms can start weeks, months or even years after a traumatic event and can cause sleeping problems, anger and depression. So after the traumatic experience, it might take weeks, it might take months, or it might take even years to develop the PTSD, as we say. Now, what a people can experience or they may feel when they have post traumatic stress disorder. So, there are a few symptoms which we would like to discuss here about what a person feels when he really has the traumatic stress disorder. So, first is denial. We all know denial is the major symptom. Anger, unnecessary, they become very angry and fearful, also fear. They fear about certain things. Sadness, they are always sad, they are always depressed. Shame, somewhere in their heart, somewhere in their mind, they have shame about something previously happened with them. So confused state also develops, and then anxiety and depression. This is a major symptom. Guilt, hopelessness, guilt also because they are trying to hide it with somebody, and they cannot open up with people, so they have a guilt feeling also. and since they cannot do anything, so hopelessness also develops in them. Then irritability, because they are irritable, they become irritable in nature, because they're thinking lot of things which is disturbing their mind and their psychology. So difficulty in concentration, of course they cannot concentrate upon something. Severe anxiety, this is also a very major symptom. Flashbacks, because they keep on thinking about their past life. And persistent memories of the event, they continuous think about the memories, the traumatic memories, and that is why they feel very disturbed and very depressed after this, after even long years. So, what are the treatment? Basically, how can we treat such people? Because post-traumatic stress disorder, people are having this disorder. It is not that they don't work. They, of course, they are working. They are teachers. They are professionals. They are business tycoons, or whatever. But they are having some problem, some behavioral problem, and treatment is also very necessary. So severe treatments can help people with trauma to cope with their symptoms and improve their quality of life. So first is therapy. Therapy, first therapy, the first line treatment for trauma. So, and the types of therapy a person with trauma could benefit from includes the following, which we are going to discuss right now. First is cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or you can say CBT, helps people to change their thought patterns in order to influence their behaviors and emotions. So this is the most effective approach for PTSD. Now the somatic therapies. The somatic therapies, it includes somatic experiencing, sensory motor psychotherapy, acupoint stimulation, and touch therapy. So let us see what are all these. Somatic experiencing. This approach involves a therapist helping a person to relive traumatic memories in a safe place. Second is sensory motor psychotherapy. This type of therapy combines psychotherapy with body based techniques to turn traumatic memories into source of strength. And then the next one is acupoint stimulation. This involves a practitioner applying pressure to specific points of the body, like acupressure, what we have. Acupressure is also one of the good therapies for PTSD, which includes a state of relaxation. Then the last one is touch therapy. Touch therapy, other touch therapies include Reiki treatment. You must have heard of Reiki treatment, healing touch, and therapeutic touch therapy. So these are the few treatment which we do for treating the PTSD patients. Now, other ways to overcome PTSD. There are other ways also through which we can overcome PTSD. That is, first one is medication. Medication alone cannot cure trauma or PTSD, but it can help a person manage symptoms such as anxiety, depression, and sleep disturbances. If we can give medicines to those patients for overcoming depression or overcoming sleep disturbances. So, and the next is self care. Self care is the best care. Practicing self care can help individual to cope with the emotional, psychological, and physical symptoms of trauma. So, self care means you can say exercise. Next one is exercise. So, exercise, trauma can activate the body's fight or flight responses. Exercise may help uh, to recover from PTSD. Even the research, there are so many researches about it, that individuals can aim to exercise and at least 30 minutes a day or most days of the weeks. If they continue doing exercise, they can really be recovered from the PTSD. And next is mindfulness. Mindfulness means mindful breathing and other mindfulness based exercises can ground people in the present, which can stop them from reliving the traumatic event. They can forget for some time during meditation, during doing other mindful exercises. So, this is also very important Then the next is connections with others. Connections with others means withdrawal from others is a common symptom of trauma. Connecting with friends and family is important, because friends and family, true friends and family members, are very very helpful to overcome all these type of stress patterns and stress disorders. So uh, staying in contact with people can help to prevent trauma from becoming post traumatic stress disorder. So it is not necessary to talk about the trauma with other people if it is too difficult. Simply engaging with others can improve mood and well being. It is not that you have to tell about it, that trauma, again and again to other people. No, you have to just leave it and just be with people who are good to you. That's all. And a balanced lifestyle. Balanced lifestyle means a person with trauma may find it difficult to relax or to sleep well. So, sleep, relaxation, and diet all play a role in mental health. So, if possible, a person should try for a very good sleep, that is 7 to 9 hours a night. Then they should have they should eat a balanced diet. Then they should avoid alcohol and drugs, then relieve stress with mindful or enjoyable activities. These things are really very beneficial for having a very balanced lifestyle. And the next is support. If necessary, if you the people having PTSD or trauma, any traumatic experience, they can ask for support from others. This includes talking to trusted loved ones or joining a support group for trauma survivors. So this is important. And if these doesn't work out, then you should experience persistent, or if suppose you are having severe symptoms of trauma, they should seek help from a mental health professional. It is essentially important to seek help if the trauma symptoms interfere with daily functioning or relationship with others. So in the end, we can say that most people will experience a traumatic event at some point in their lives. Some may experience symptoms of shock and distress, and most will recover within a short period. So, we should always try to forget those traumatic experiences, and at the same time, when we experience that, and we should be in a very good company, positive people who can really help you out and who are really sympathetic to you, and who can boost your self confidence, who can give you positive thoughts. So you should try all these methods to cope up with your daily life, and you should forget the traumatic experiences through all these tips or all these ways through which we can overcome PTSD, so that the traumatic experience doesn't turn to PTSD in later years. So, friends, keep your well being and keep your mental health proper, and be happy always, and don't go into your past, just be in present and be happy. Thank you.